Yo, 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 what's going on out there, Fight World? This your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on two big dogs in this fight game. We got Sebastian Fundora, the unified WBC and WBO, super welterweight world champion, one of the hottest young stars in the game. Then we have Errol, the true Spence Jr., the former unified WBC, IBF, and Super WBA welterweight world champion. He is a top fighter in the game. EJ still one of the big dogs, Mr. Man Down himself. We all know he the big fish. And we all wondering, is EJ on his way back to get some of that Sebastian Fundora smoke? As y'all see here, Errol Spence is ripped up, staying in shape. You know what I'm saying? I think he wants the smoke. It is. I think he wants the smoke. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, y'all see EJ, man, he ripped up her, man. He's staying in great shape. He's out of town, was out of town enjoying, the good life with his family, things of that nature. But as you keep seeing Errol Spence, man, he keeps showing his body being ripped up, working out. A lot of people like to stay in shape just to look good, things like that. But I think Errol Spence, is getting that itch. And I feel like EJ will be back soon. I think we're getting closer and closer to seeing that Errol, the true Spence Jr., return to the ring. And if he do return to the ring, I think he going to go up against Sebastian Fundora, looking to be unified world champion at 154 pounds, getting this get back. We ain't seen them since, July 2023 after the loss of Turnbull Crawford. He been getting his mind together, things of that nature. Now Sebastian Fundora just put on a hell of a performance, making Tim Tszyu quit on his stool. You understand what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people thought Sebastian would have lost his fight to Tim Tszyu. They had him as the underdog. He went in that thing, showed up and showed out. Showed that he can use his reach and his length, keeping the jab out there. They was going back and forth, nailing each other with some leather. But Sebastian Fundora was nailing Tim Tszyu ass all over the ring. And, the power showed up. And the power showed because it made Tim Tszyu say he didn't want no more. No mas in his corner, you feel me? So Sebastian Fundora just showed people that, listen, that wasn't a fluke what I did to him to win the title. Y'all see why I just demolished that man, made him quit? I'm getting better and better. And Sebastian Fundora is getting better and better, bro. Shouts out to his sister as well. But now when it comes to Errol, the true Spence Jr., like I say, he been out the ring since 2023. A lot of people saying, hey, man, he's done. He don't want no more. Terrence Crawford retired him. He's not going to be the same fighter. He's not going to be this. He's not going to be that. Well, we all know Errol Spence is one of the most mentally tough, mentally challenged fighters that's in the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Terrence Crawford took, the fight up out of him. I think it's just him, letting his body heal up. Letting everything come along the way that it's coming along. And then when he comes to the ring, he'll be right mentally, physically, emotionally, ready to get it in. You know what I mean? His last statement was he's not going to let nobody rush him into the ring. He will come back when he's ready to come back, right? He didn't say he wasn't coming back or nothing like that. So he most definitely left the door open to return to the boxing ring. Now, it was rumors that him and Sebastian was going to get it on and things of that nature after Sebastian won the title from Tim Tszyu the first time. Errol Spence joined the ring with him, right? They took a picture together. They did a little short face-off. But, negotiations started going elsewhere, things like that, to where the fight never came to fruition, right? And that's what led to Fundora getting a rematch with Tim Tszyu and him doing this thing. But I'm quite sure Sebastian Fundora, man, he will take on the fight with Errol Spence in a heartbeat. He understands the magnitude of that fight. He understands that he'll be fighting one of the best fighters of, this generation. And he's looking to get his hand raised and put a name like that on his resume if he gets the opportunity. So he most definitely will be looking forward to a fight with Errol, the true Spence Jr. Because that's a lot of money in my pocket. That's another big name on my resume. If I can be victorious in that fight, it just catapult me to a whole different, superstardom. Let's just be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to Errol, a lot of people want to see, is he still the same Errol Spence? Do he still got it? You know what I mean? Is he 1 foot in, 1 foot out? We all know Father Time always catches up to you. You know what I'm saying? And not saying Errol is no fucking Manny Pacquiao, who's 46, who just fought. But, being outside the ring for a while and jumping back in, if your mind not all the way into it, it could have some effects. You know what I'm saying? It could have some effects. Like I say, Errol Spence is one of the most mentally tough dudes that's in the game. right? When he was active, he wanted nothing but the big fights. Didn't want no tune-ups and shit like that. Even now he speak, he don't want no tune-ups and nothing like that. All he want is big fights. You feel me? So that's a whole different mentality. That's a man that you got to respect in this fight game, because we know how a lot of people like to milk the game. You know, promoters, some fighters milk the game for as much as they can get. You know, probably getting there with one or two real threats, and the rest is, you know, hand-picked and things of that nature. But that's not Earl the True Spence Jr. Yeah, I know EJ, he want the best of the best. You know, he want to play king of the hill like Roy Jones always say. Prove that, you know, I'm not ducking no smoke, and that I am who I say I am. And you got to respect that, you know. Now, we all know that he split ways with Derrick James. He don't have a trainer yet. We know that plays a big factor when you talk about stepping back in the ring, which I don't think it's going to be too hard for Errol Spence to find a trainer because of who he is, his name, his status in the game. It's going to be a lot of trainers out there that's willing to train EJ. And he's a hard worker, so he ain't that one of them fucking around ass fighters that go get over there and make you waste your time. EJ is a hard worker. He go put that hard work in for whomever he's facing. You know what I'm saying? But if he do come back, do y'all think it should be a Sebastian Fundora fight? Or do y'all think EJ should get a tune-up, you know, after being out the ring for almost, well, we could say 2 years now, some change, right? Or not, 2 years in July, right? 2 years. So I believe, you know, in my opinion, he should do what he want to do. But in reality, right, come back, get you a tune-up fight, then go into a big-time title shot fight. Because I know he don't want his last fight to be that Terrence Crawford loss. And I'm quite sure he's not going out like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure Errol Spence will step back in the ring, you know, sooner than later. Like I said, I feel like we're getting closer and closer. You know, if it ain't this year, I'm quite sure next year he will be back in the ring. You know, we got some little time to go still right now. Today he could pop up at the end of the year and want to scrap, you know. But right now he enjoying his best life with his family, his kids. We know that's the most important thing in life is family, kids, and your significant other. Because that's who gonna be there for you at the end of the day when all this shit is over with, said and done, signed, said, and delivered, through the good times, through the bad times, right? Family go always be there. Family go always be there. So, you know, he's spending this time with them, making it a healthy relationship, letting them know that he love his kids, he love his woman, right? But then he come back to the sport that he loved. You know, the sport that put everything on the table, that made everything possible, you know, for you to live the comfortable life that you live. You know what I mean? So I feel like EJ, he's not done yet. He's not done yet, right? I think he got a lot more in the tank. And I think he will be, you know, 2-division world champion. I think he will be a unified champion at 154. I think he will beat Sebastian Fundora. And then that's when I think he will make, you know, a really, really tough decision. Now, do I want to keep going or do I want to quit? But we all know if the money right, it's a fight. You dig? And Sebastian Fundora ain't no easy touch for nobody. So if Errol Spence come back and jump right into the ring with Sebastian Fundora, just shows you the man that he is. And if he's victorious, a man to put him right back on top where he belong. Right back on top where he belong. You feel me? And that's no knock to Sebastian Fundora because he do stand a chance at 154. That's a bad motherfucker, bro. Like Tam Ju said, that's a dangerous, bad motherfucker. To be that tall, that long, that rangy, will pop, and can fight in the inside, oh yeah, that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. You did. But we'll see what EJ want to do, man. It's his life, it's his career, and Monty B ride with him to the end. It's going to be man down and to the end. That's my dog. I support him. I'm always support him. You feel me? So let's just see how things play out in the future, man. But I really do think we're getting closer and closer to seeing Errol Spence step back into that ring. That boy been flexing a lot lately, and I think that itch is back. And I think he want to scrap. So let's just see. Shouts out to EJ. Keep grinding, keep shining. Shouts out to Fundora. That will be the fight EJ get when he step back in that ring. Straight like that, and might be on to the next.